guys? Hope everybody's doing well and having a great day. Wanted to show you guys more than likely what's causing these very large earthquakes that the Earth has seen here in the last 24 hours. There's been a 6.6, very shallow 6.6, 4 miles deep, right on the equator. A 6.6 and a 6.1 off the coast of South America, well off the coast of South America, out here in the central mid-Atlantic ridge. And then, of course, the very large 7.7 magnitude earthquake, followed by a 6.7 aftershock, and many other aftershocks have followed the large earthquakes that caused buildings to sway. You're going to see water come off the top of these high-rises here. This connector, that catwalk there, broke as the buildings were swaying back and forth during the 7.7 magnitude earthquake. Unbelievable. You can even see curtains swaying back and forth if you zoom in real close inside these condos in the high rise here. That's obviously water coming out of the rooftop swimming pool. Damage right there, the connector between the two tall towers. Wow. Here's more water coming off the top of the building, probably from the aftershocks. This went on for several minutes and is still going on with regard to the aftershocks. Right here I zoomed in close and you can see the water still coming off the top of the building during the strongest of the two big earthquakes, a 7.7 and a 6.7. They were both fairly shallow, I believe, coming in at around 6.2 miles deep. And then once again, the aftershocks are continuing right now as I do this video. But more than likely, what's going on, it's the unique planetary position that we're in right now in the solar system. In fact, a planetary alignment. You've got the moon setting right back here in between the Earth and the sun as we're entering the new moon phase. So the moon played a part in especially this equatorial 6.6 magnitude earthquake. I mean, it was literally right on the equator, as if the Earth was bulging during the earthquake. Well, it stands to reason with the lunar forces of the moon that are always in play, and now you factor in a gas giant back here. You've got Venus in the equation. You've got a very unique planetary alignment right there with the Earth, the moon, of course the sun, and then Venus, and even Mercury back off there in the distance. We've seen all the planets hanging around back here on the backside of the sun now for several weeks. Well, as I mentioned in yesterday's video, they're starting to make their way back around to the other side of the sun, attempting to achieve balance again. And in the meantime, it's stirring up earthquakes, very large earthquakes, almost as if the Earth is stretching. And in conjunction with the very unique planetary alignment involving the moon entering the new moon phase, we've had a massive coronal hole facing the Earth that sparked a geomagnetic storm that lasted over 24 hours. Now looking at the Earth-facing side of the sun, there's a very bizarre feature on the Earth-facing side of the sun that looks like a polygon. Check this out. Take a polygon and it fits in here perfectly, nearly perfectly. Why is there a giant polygon on the Earth-facing side of the sun? That's what that is. You can't make this stuff up, right, Chris? I mean, seriously? So we went from a 500,000 mile wide coronal hole that also played a part in this earthquake activity that we're seeing right now, along with the Earth-facing X-class solar flare that we saw just a few hours ago. So conditions have been more than prime for earthquakes here in the last 24 hours, and we could see some more moving forward as we're still in this very unique planetary alignment right now as I do this video, and will be for the next 48 hours. So the next 48 hours are crucial as we could see more very large earthquake activity with the increase of solar activity and the unique planetary alignment. I wanted to give you guys a quick update on a video that I did a couple of days ago. Really cool video footage was sent in by Brian out of Virginia, where he lives in Wytheville, Virginia. He has a front row seat to some very unique sky activity, and he shared a video with me here the other day. This one right here. Remember that? And we didn't know what that was? And we thought that was some sort of a jet chasing a possible large drone or even a UFO. Here's what it was. A B-22 Osprey. Right there. That's what flew over his house, and he caught that on video. This showed up the next day. So they're obviously doing some sort of training exercises, and they just so happen to be flying right over his house. That Osprey right there is one of the most unique aircraft in the entire world. And you just got a daytime view of one and a nighttime view of one, courtesy of Brian out of Wytheville, Virginia. Thank you, Brian. Really appreciate that. Also, going back to a video I did, I believe it was in yesterday's video, I shared this unique sky photo that was sent in by Keith. Not sure of the location, but we kind of jokingly said it looked like a spider in the sky, a six-legged spider. Well, today I was going through email, and I received an email from Wendy. And Wendy had a dream back on March 3rd of 2025. When she woke up the next morning, she drew this on a piece of paper because she saw this in the sky in her dream. And she even wrote down on this piece of paper, storm cloud with 5 arms. And then she was watching my video that I put up the other day. However, this has 6 arms, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, but it looks very similar to what she drew on March 3rd, and this photo was taken on March 20th. So as Wendy was watching this video and this photo appeared, she couldn't believe that she had seen that in her dream, or something that looked almost identical to it in the sky. She called it a storm cloud, and again, she drew it on a piece of paper 2.5 weeks before it happened. Again, you can't make this stuff up. Thanks for the photos and videos, guys. Keep them coming. If you guys have any photos you'd like to share, you can send those to reports at MrMBB333.com. If you guys have any videos you'd like to share that are too large to attach to the email, come over here to the homepage of the website. Look for this red tab that says, Have a Large Video. It's a Dropbox. Drag and drop your videos into the Dropbox. Please include your first name, date, and location, and I'll take it from there. Thanks for watching. Have a super day, and be safe out there.